Tornadoes, flash flooding, and hailstorms.
They're going to happen.
Severe weather season is here. The Fox 7 weather team takes you inside the Weather Center for an up-close look into what makes Central Texas a hotbed for severe weather.
Weather events are becoming more extreme.
Storm Watch, a Fox 7 weather special starts right now.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us for this Fox 7 Storm Watch. For the next 30 minutes, we're breaking down the severe weather events that can hit Central Texas.
Yeah, we're going behind the scenes with the Fox 7 Austin weather team, showing you how they keep you informed when disaster is near and how you can stay safe.
Holy Get inside! Get inside!
Oh my gosh, get away from the doors.
Oh my God!
Insulation was flying, couldn't breathe, couldn't see.
Weather traveling through the air.
It was vicious, it was loud.
Or on the ground. Central Texas is no stranger to severe weather. March 1st marks the start of meteorological spring, our severe weather season.
You're going to bank on thunderstorms. You should bank on seeing some flooding. You should bank on seeing 40, 50, 60-mile-per-hour winds. You should bank on getting some moderate to large hail. And unfortunately, you should bank on a couple of tornadoes.
We're going to break down the whys.
You have the Gulf of Mexico, plenty of moisture. You have the plains to our north, got cold fronts coming on in. We have air coming in from the Rockies. We have air coming in from the Pacific.
And break down the hows.
All those different weather climates influence our weather here in Central Texas.
And what to expect going forward.
The weather events are becoming more extreme. The flooding events more intense. The severe weather more intense. The frequency of severe weather increasing over time. That's what I've noticed here in Central Texas in the last 20 years.
More people have iPhones, more people have Androids, more people have cameras, more people are living in more places. I do believe there's more rough weather. I also believe there's more weather being reported. Communities across Central Texas are still recovering from severe storms that produced tornadoes this spring.
While the Fox 7 weather team kept you safe at home, our team was also on the ground to show you the firsthand accounts from the destruction.
That is a tornado.
There it is, on the ground.
Oh my gosh.
March 21st, 2022.
You start seeing all the shingles getting sucked up into the sky.
There was just all of a sudden just like this wave of energy just hitting the house.
Multiple tornadoes ripped through Central Texas, hitting Granger, Elgin, and Round Rock. Up to 400 homes were damaged in Round Rock alone.
Watch the porch that was here just take off.
Less than a month later.
The unpredictability of tornado season here in Central Texas can lead to this. People living here on the border of Bell and Williamson counties now dealing with the aftermath of a tornado just weeks after tornadoes touched down not far from here.
Any structure, any tree, any piece of property that was in its path was damaged severely.
A lot of trees and churches and houses and mobile homes not there no more. And they're all gone.
Bringing up memories of the devastating Gerald tornado of 1997, the last confirmed EF5 tornado in the state of Texas. That killed 27 people and destroyed more than 40 homes. And almost exactly 100 years ago to the day, the Austin twin tornadoes swept through the city center, leaving behind this iconic image of the Capitol in the storm's shadow. Fast forward a century, tornado recovery is underway in multiple communities surrounding Austin.
We don't want to quit. We're not going to quit.
With a long road ahead for survivors.
At 75 years old, and my wife's 70, how do we start over?
All right, here to break down how these tornadoes form is meteorologist Carlo Falco. Carlo, let's just start with the very basics. What are the key ingredients to form a tornado?
Well, the number one thing you need for a tornado is you need a thunderstorm. That's the basic thing there. And for that to form, you need warm, humid air. You need a forcing mechanism, which normally is a cold front, but can also be a dry line. And you need cool air, cool, dry air at the mid and upper levels of the atmosphere. Once that gets going, you can get what's called an updraft, which is the air from the surface rising up into the upper levels of the atmosphere. And then crucially, what you need from that to go into a tornado is you need that thunderstorm to start to rotate. What that happens is when you get what's called wind shear, which is when the wind, say at the surface of is blowing from the south, but at the middle levels of the atmosphere is blowing from the west. So that will give you kind of a rotation like this, and that starts the thunderstorm rotating, and that's called a supercell thunderstorm.
So is that criteria essentially what you look for to spot these potential tornadoes ahead of time?
Yeah, the wind shear, especially the directional wind shear, is a big part of what we're looking for basically forecasting when these tornadoes are going to be possible. But tornadoes on the ground, that is a much more difficult thing for us to spot.
Yeah, how do you spot those on the radar? What do they even look like?
Well, spotting them on the radar is very, very complicated. Basically, what you're looking for is what's called a TVS, or a tornado vortex signature. You can see it right here. It's those greens right up next to the reds on radar. So this is a velocity image of the radar. Doppler radar uses the Doppler effect, which is a complex physical phenomena of electromagnetism, to basically measure the wind speed in the atmosphere. And when you get those greens and reds right up next to each other, that means that the wind is moving very, very quickly in opposite directions, and that's an indication of rotation. In addition, you can see that right there. That is what's called a textbook supercell radar presence, with the area indicated by that blue arrow. That is a debris ball, so that is crucially what we look for as well. We can also look for what's called a correlation coefficient hole, which is the radar measuring the different particles in the atmosphere. Rain is all about the same size particle, but once you get a tornado lofting up debris like pieces of branches or, God forbid, pieces of houses, that's when the correlation coefficient, basically the different particles in the atmosphere, can get very, very different, and it shows us as a much darker color than what normally would show.
And finally, most people are familiar with the EF scale. Essentially, it shows us the magnitude of these tornadoes, but how do you come up with that scale, or how do you come up with the EF number?
Well, that's what the National Weather Service does. After there's a confirmed tornado, they go out and they do what's called a storm survey, and they look for the damage to approximate the wind speed. So an EF0 would be a 65 to about 85 mile per hour wind. That is still can cause some significant damage, but is not considered a strong tornado. That's a weak tornado. EF1s, you're getting a little bit stronger, up to about 110 mile per hour winds. EF2s are starting to get into the strong category with up to 135 mile per hour winds. These are the tornadoes which start to snap trees in half. An EF3 tornado can rip trees out of the ground, toss cars around, and create winds up to about 165 miles per hour. EF4 tornadoes are the really dangerous ones. EF5s, of course, are stronger than that, with winds up to about 166 to 200 miles per hour. As these winds blow through everything, they can entirely destroy and demolish entire communities.
All right. Thank you so much for breaking that down for us, Carlo. Severe weather season can bring the perfect storm, creating destructive lightning and hailstones. Coming up, we'll break down how these storms can develop into record-breaking events.
Springtime is storm season in Texas.
You got to have moisture, you got to have lift and the energy. You get all three, look out for storms.
A 3-ingredient recipe for the perfect storm.
Sometimes you have maybe 4 or 6 hours to prepare for a severe weather outbreak where ingredients come together quickly.
Our Fox 7 meteorologists use the computer weather models to measure.
So you go through that storm checklist.
Do you have enough moisture, which is fuel, lift or motion, and energy or instability?
Front, plenty of moisture and upper level energy to accelerate that rise in motion, and the result, a really good chance of rain.
Checking 5 or 6 different models to be sure.
And if all of them are showing storms, then we're gaining confidence that, yes, we may have a severe weather outbreak. It gets tricky if 1 or 2 just show that. And then you have to use your knowledge and experience to get that accurate forecast for severe weather.
A chance of rain can mean a chance for hail.
You need all the ingredients for severe storms to lead to large hail events.
But additional ingredients are needed.
If you have flat clouds, you're not going to see a good chance for hail. But when you see those clouds building up and they grow taller and taller, they're going to a spot where it's freezing. So when the raindrops get caught up in that updraft and they go way up in the atmosphere, they start to freeze. And then they start to form a little ice pellet. And then they start to fall again. And they'll start to gather more and more water. So it's a cycle. That super cool droplet keeps going up and down, and then eventually it turns into a hailstone. And then as it gathers more and more water droplets around it, it will refreeze. The hailstone will keep getting bigger and bigger. And it will get to the point where those updrafts that possibly go 60, 80 miles per hour, they cannot keep that hailstone up in the cloud, the storm cloud, and then it will fall to the ground. So you count the layers in the hailstone, you can tell how many times it cycles through the storm.
The stronger the updraft, the stronger potential for a massive hailstone, like this one found in Salado last month, even catching the eye of the National Weather Service.
Keep in mind, these hailstones are traveling about 90 miles per hour towards you.
From thousands of feet up.
Pea-size hail, dime-size hail, no, it's not going to do a whole lot of damage. But quarter-size or larger, yes, that's when you'll start to see damage to property.
Not just damaging, but potentially dangerous, which is why our meteorologists know what to look for ahead of time.
Rising air in the atmosphere is key to forecasting severe weather.
Deadly floods have washed through Austin over the decades. That's why the area is called Flash Flood Alley. We'll explain when this Fox 7 Storm Watch returns.
This is Storm Watch, a Fox 7 weather special.
So when it rains, it pours. That's especially true in Texas. Rain hour after hour, we're going to have pretty high accumulation.
So when it floods,
There it is.
it's fast and destructive.
There's the bridge going down the river.
Memorial Day 1981, Shoal Creek flooded, killing 13 people.
The cost of lives goes up significantly when you have those flash floods.
Memorial Day 2015, the Blanco River flooded in Wimberley, also killing 13. Shoal Creek also flooded. Surveillance video showing the moment Shoal Creek Saloon was overcome by floodwaters. Halloween 2013, another major flood along Onion Creek. This is why Central Texas is known as Flash Flood Alley, with Hill Country being the most vulnerable.
You've got these really steep slopes, you've got all this gravelly terrain and these little rivers at the bottom, but those come together and they act like a funnel.
Droughts can make it worse.
There's not really anything to soak it up, with even some exceptional drought over in the Hill Country.
There are occasions when extreme drought conditions actually benefit. Desperate soil and plants will absorb even quickly accumulating water. But when flash floods do happen, anticipating them ahead of time is difficult.
They happen in a flash.
But there are ways Fox 7 meteorologists can predict them, giving people time to move.
If you can see on future radar or some of the models that you've got the potential for really, really heavy downpours and storms that are called training storms. So all that training means is that the same area is getting hit with heavy storms over and over and over within a day.
Tracking the rainfall and keeping an eye on water levels.
You'll see these types of signs posted at low water crossings like this one on Wasson Road off of South Congress. Right now it's dry enough to drive over or walk over, but the right amount of rain in the right amount of time, and it may end up looking like this.
And you can get inches, if not feet, of rain that funnel down into those lakes and streams that you can usually just walk across, or maybe not even ankle deep. Ends up being a really dangerous place to be very quickly.
Severe weather watches, severe weather warnings. What's the difference, and how can these help you stay prepared? That's coming up next on this Fox 7 Storm Watch.
Watches, warnings, what do they all mean? And what should you do when severe weather hits?
It's always so important to have a plan in place.
Different weather demands different protocols, but the idea behind a thunderstorm watch and, say, a tornado watch are essentially the same.
Watch means watch out. Have your plan ready, get ready to go.
A warning means it's time to take action.
Get yourself safe. Get your family safe. Get your pets safe. Get your property safe.
So think about it this way. It's like when you're baking cookies, all right? You're trying to get all the ingredients together to bake the cookies. So that's a severe thunderstorm watch. All the ingredients are there. Then the final product, a cookie, that's a severe thunderstorm warning.
So you're under a severe weather warning. What's your plan? In Texas, you should have one for each type of weather, including tornadoes.
And that interior room on the first floor is the basis for your safe space. Usually it's a bathroom or like a closet, sometimes like the Harry Potter closets that are under the stairs.
Know where that safe space is ahead of time.
It doesn't take that long to put one into place or to practice it.
If you're in your car, get down and cover your head, or abandon your car and get into the nearest ditch or ravine. In the case of a thunderstorm,
basically just go inside, seek shelter.
And stay away from windows in case of hail.
Flooding itself is actually the #1 thunderstorm-related death.
Storms can bring flash floods, and flash floods can really catch people off guard.
More people die in floods than tornadoes and lightning and strong winds. It's the floods, because people are just so quick to underestimate just the pure strength of water.
6 inches of water can sweep you off your feet. 1 foot of water can move a regular car, and 2 feet of moving water can move an SUV. If you do find yourself stuck in your car in water, roll down or punch out your windows. Get on the roof and wait for help. Ultimately, educating yourself ahead of time is key to staying safe. And Fox 7 meteorologists are here to help.
The biggest thing is getting those push alerts, right? Knowing the difference between that watch and that warning.
The tools are all here, the data is all here, and we're here to analyze it, and we're here to put it on the air and get it on the air and get you the information and keep you safe. Coming up, we'll take you behind the scenes with the Fox 7 Austin weather team, breaking down how we prepare for severe weather and how we keep you safe. This is a Fox 7 Storm Watch.
This is Storm Watch, a Fox 7 weather special.
Basically, I'm a storyteller, and I'm talking about weather.
But the work begins long before the story is told. Whatever's brewing is on his radar before Chief Meteorologist Scott Fisher even gets to his desk.
So I know if there's cold front coming in, I need to monitor the winds upstream to see where the cold air is and see where the front is. If we've got a dry line pushing in, I've got to check the temperatures, check humidities.
When he gets into work, he starts checking the models.
One of my favorite sites is this one for no other reason in that all the different times on top are hours projected. So you have 6, 12, 18, 24. So you can put your mouse over any of them and you can sort of animate.
There comes a point where it's time to start forecasting or figuring out.
How am I going to tell the story?
But we don't have all day.
I've got to put my satellites together. I've got my radars here. I've got video and photos available here. You always have your current conditions, so you're now bumping up against 4 o'clock. It's time now to get your final forecast together.
Check the models again.
This is where I continually tweak. I call it tweaking the forecast. I'll put this one in at 4 o'clock. At 4:20, 4:30, I might say, I think it's going to be a little cooler behind this front. I might look at something. I might lower my 83 to an 82.
When severe weather breaks, it's a whole different ballgame. Having a template in place ahead of time,
my Fisher Tornado Show,
helps speed up the process.
I am ready in a moment's notice to get on the air, to get the information to you, and then start analyzing the storm as it's going. I will show you what we've got on radar at the moment. When it's hitting the fan, we've got to be on, and we're talking, and we're doing nonstop stuff. Hood is a tornado warning. So we're on the fly, moving this around, tracking storms as we go.
Just like the weather, how they do their job is always changing.
It used to be you'd have a satellite image every 3 hours. Then it was down to 2 hours. Then it was hour. We get 5-minute imagery now. I mean, we can see a storm start to pop, and 5 minutes later, we have a direction on the storm, something we wouldn't have dreamed about 5-10 years ago.
Some methods are now literally in the palm of their hand, but storytelling takes more than an iPhone app.
The interpretation, the analysis is where our expertise comes into play.
That's going to do it for this Fox 7 Austin Storm Watch 2022. For the latest weather, watch Zach and Adelie on Good Day Austin every morning.
You can find my forecast on Fox 7 Austin News at 5, 6, 9, and 10 weekdays, and Carlo on the weekends.